up, everyone? It's your girl Shay here, and I'm back with another video for you guys. And as you can see by the title, I'm giving my review on the new Detective Pikachu movie. And this movie will not, this review will not have any spoilers in it, so you are free to watch even if you haven't seen the movie. So, pretty much the Detective Pikachu movie is basically based off of the Detective Pikachu game. And basically it follows Pikachu as he is with the main character, whom is played by Justice Smith. And basically they're trying to figure out the mystery of what happened to his dad. Now, I can honestly say this is one of the best live action movies based off of a video game / anime that I have ever seen. Now, I know that many of you guys, when we first saw the preview for Detective Pikachu, some of us were kind of concerned, while a lot of us was actually pretty excited when we realized that the person voicing Pikachu was going to be none other than Ryan Reynolds, who also plays Deadpool in the Marvel movies. So I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very excited to watch this movie, and seeing every single preview made me even more excited. Now, I know at first a lot of people were kind of freaked out by how all the Pokemon looked in the movie, especially Jigglypuff, and for me, also Lickitung. They look so real, kind of a little bit lifelike, and just a little bit scary. But I can honestly say that after, while watching the movie, you kind of didn't focus on how the Pokemon looked. It kind of was cool how they meld into real life and how easily you adjusted to this. I can also say that it was actually kind of cool to see the different Pokemon that were kind of not really introduced, but kind of appeared throughout the entire movie, and kind of like catching yourself going, oh look, there's a Pidgey, oh my god, look, there's a Snorlax, or look, there's a Machamp. And it was actually really cool. And also, one of the great things that they did during this film is that they didn't try to include all 800 plus Pokemon in one movie. They basically had about, I think it's 40 something different species of Pokemon that were in there, and it was a combination of both old and new Pokemon. So it wasn't just limited to the original 150 / 151. So I can honestly say, also what I can say is I know a lot of people were kind of also concerned about the plot, and I can say that the plot was actually really, really good, and I was kind of surprised. While I realized that seeing Pikachu was awesome, a lot of us were kind of wondering what the plot would be like, because it was based off of a video game, and I can honestly say I've never played the Detective Pikachu video game, although I have played the other video games and I have watched a lot of the anime. And while we all knew it wasn't going to be a journey similar to Ash, Misty, or Brock, we did know it was going to have some sort of a plot, and the plot we were given was that you had Pikachu and Justice Smith's character going through trying to find Justice Smith's dad after he is presumed dead, but they basically know that he's actually still alive, but they actually don't know where, and they don't know the mystery surrounding his disappearance, which was a really cool overall plot to go with, because it also tugged at your heartstrings. So you have Justice Smith's character, who you realize has a strange issue surrounding Pokemon, and you also learn a little bit more about his home life and what he has, how close he is with his parents and his relationship with them and his relationship with Pokemon. And learning this really makes you feel for the character, and it really makes you not focus so much on the surrounding Pokemon, but it makes you very much involved in the story and wanting to know what happens next. So I can honestly say that the plot was definitely there. If I could say if I have any downsides to this movie, is I think one of the things was that I can kind of say it was predictable, although not completely. Maybe it was more predictable for my boyfriend because he figured out the twist a lot better than I did, because he figured it out sooner. But I wouldn't say it's entirely predictable. I will say it honestly had me on the edge of my seat the entire movie, because I was so excited to see what would happen next. I can also say that this movie actually also gave me a new love for the Pokemon Psyduck, because Psyduck is just so cute in this entire movie. So I can honestly say I really, really, really enjoyed Psyduck. One of the also things I can say is that this movie, what it did right, and I know that this to me is a movie that I feel like other companies can now follow a similar formula to try and produce a really great live action based off of a video game or an anime, because many of us know a lot of these movies are really bad, or they just don't get things right. They try to Americanize it too much. And the great thing that this one did is that it made like a, not really a fictional city, but it took Rhyme City, I believe an actual city within the games, and basically made it come to life, which was amazing. Also, one of the great things that it did was that it had awesome marketing. I mean, Detective Pikachu was plastered everywhere. You always saw a new trailer for it. If you played Pokemon Go, currently right now there's an event going on surrounding this movie. So it was everywhere and it made you want to see it. And not only that, but you also had the actors out there actively pretty much marketing it. Ryan Reynolds was the best at this because he was using YouTube and showing how he got ready for the role of Pikachu. Even though it was totally satire and supposed to be humorous, it still made you want to go out and really watch this movie. I can also say that it does definitely leave it open for a number 2. I know one thing a lot of people were actually also saying was that they kind of wish that there was some nods to the original, like the original series. And I kind of can say I feel like those nods were kind of there. There's a image where it shows a trainer battle, and to me at least, I feel like one of the trainers they showed looked very similar to Ash. But this could just be me because the trainer was wearing a red hat. So to me, it looked like it could be Ash and or Red, another character within the Pokemon series. But overall, I myself can say I honestly didn't miss out on any of these things. I kind of felt like if they would have put nods to the original series, it kind of would have taken away from the property. I think one of the great things also is they did have the person who voices Pikachu voicing Pikachu also in the movie as well, which was great. And I feel like what they also did well was that they actually worked with the Pokemon company to help produce a really good product, which I feel like is something that a lot of other like Hollywood companies just don't do when they try to produce a live action based off of a Japanese property. I feel like they just don't work with the companies and therefore they don't get a very good product. But overall, I can honestly say this movie is definitely worth watching. And I can say when you go to the movies, you actually get a set of Pokemon cards, which to me was a total like taking me back like nostalgia feeling to when I went to watch Pokemon the first movie, and they gave us Pokemon cards when you went to go see that. And with these ones they also give you Pokemon cards, so it was so cool. So definitely go out and watch it in theaters while you can. You definitely won't be disappointed, and honestly my boyfriend and I feel like we could watch this movie again for the second time. So go out there, watch it, definitely support this movie because it will definitely give you hope that there could be good live action anime or live action video game movies in the future. But I'm not looking at Sonic the Hedgehog. That I'm not excited for that movie. But yeah, that is my video. Let me know what you guys think. If you've watched Detective Pikachu, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, but please be sure don't spoil it for others that have not yet seen the movie. I will delete spoiler comments as well. Plus, be sure that in my description box, I'll leave links to all my social media accounts, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my blog as well. So check me out on there for what I do in the off time when I'm not posting videos. And of course, like always, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and like I always tell you guys, stay positive and be nerdy. All right, you guys.